Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound of a Nation Wave, and this is day 8 of the December daily draws. As we start a new week, let's see what message we get. And I'll be taking the first card from the Seasons of the Witch Winter Tarot, followed by an Oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. This is the Winter Devil, the Devil card. And look how he's holding them up on bits of string like puppets. So the question here to me is, who's pulling our strings? Is someone else pulling our strings? Are we being manipulated? Have we given our power over our own life journey over to someone else or to something else? Like an unhelpful habit, anything that doesn't serve us but we become tied to, or someone that knows how to push the right buttons to get us to behave a certain way, so we're doing their bidding more than we're doing what we want to do. This devil card is saying, you pull your own strings, take back your power, cut the cords of manipulation and control of habit, a person, anything that you seem to be tied to. That cut that cord, find a way to cut that cord, to cut that string, and be free from it, and take back the mastery of your own life. You decide what you do. And yes, of course, there are certain situations where we have limited control. We live in a world, and we don't always control what happens in that world in which we live. In the place where we live, decisions are made even without our consultation sometimes, and we just have to find a way to work with those. At the same time, if we think it's an unfair thing, we can protest them. We can try and bring a resistance to them. So, to try and change our circumstances. But until then, maybe we're stuck with a certain environment that we have to live in. But the key here is that we may not be able to totally decide the environment in which we live and move through on our journey, but we should be in charge of how we respond to that environment, and that whatever we do is our choice in reaction to that, whatever that may be. So this in a sense is saying to us, be your own person. Don't be pushed around. Don't be manipulated. Realize that it's your life. Yes, there may be decisions made for you. I'm thinking of like sort of governmental sort of rules, laws that are passed. But we still have a choice whether we obey that law or not. Now, I'm not saying that we should all be rebellious and not obey a law. I'm not saying, and disobey the law. I'm not saying that. If we disagree with a law, we can react by, as I say, protesting. We can sign petitions. We can make our voice heard that this law is unfair and try and overturn the law. We don't have to submit meekly to it, is what I'm saying. We don't have to just sort of like roll over and take it and be pushed around. So even in those circumstances, and for most of us, it won't be anything to that extreme, to that degree. It could be, maybe you're in such a position where you're feeling that you're being unfairly treated and you need to take a stand. Well, taking a stand is taking back your power and walking in your power and not letting someone else take your power from you. And that's the key thing here. Someone is going to have the power over you. Now, someone, as I say, that's in a higher authority may influence the environment in which you have to work, but you still are the ones making the decisions of how you work in that environment. And try not to let other people push your buttons. If you feel that people are pushing your buttons, ask your question, why? Why do they want me to behave and respond in this way? Because they're doing it with a purpose. So maybe that's what we need to be aware of. And also things that, habits that we have that maybe not helpful to us, that we may need to, but we struggle to get away from. Do what we can to break those cords. Seek professional help if it's something where professional help is needed. We may need the support of someone else in order to cut that cord and be free. But the message of the devil card is it's up to us to make that decision. That's where the power lies, in our decision, how we respond. And the lesson of the devil card is that we can be free if we choose to be. So the choice is ours. Okay, let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. Wise men, we need some wisdom. And we may need to consult someone wise that's perhaps been through this, that has learnt how to cut these similar cords that we're going through. Our elders, people that have gone before us, experienced people, trained people, even like professionals that specialize in certain areas that help people break free from habits and things that are not helpful to them. I'm sure we can all imagine what kinds of things those might be. And also develop our own wisdom here on how to respond, to act wisely, and not surrender our power of choice. That's the key message of the cards today. Okay, so that's today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 9. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.